Hey, Salvador Briggman here. Welcome back to the Crowdfunding Demystified YouTube channel. Today we're talking about the top WeFunder campaigns of 2020, and it's coming up right after this.
I look at vehicles and I just see big flat panels driving down the road. Everything looks like a square box. Are we ever going to make something that looks like a square box? Absolutely not.
With our Never Charge technology, you can drive and drive with just the power from the sun. It keeps your battery pack topped off, and anywhere you want to go, you just go. Aptera really stands out from the crowd because it focuses on the science of efficiency.
A 1,000-mile range vehicle, it was an insane claim, but it's all science.
More aerodynamics, lighter weight, efficient powertrain, gets you further with less energy.
We really are living in a golden age of the direct-to-consumer brand. More than ever, entrepreneurs and artisans around the globe are creating amazing products with inspirational and authentic narratives. But with that being said, it's become more and more difficult for these brands to create awareness around their product and profitably acquire new customers. Platforms like Facebook and Google have become extremely saturated. And the fact of the matter is, there isn't really an outlet for these brands to reach a global consumer base at scale. And that's what Fancy enables. Our consumers come to Fancy because they're looking to discover these amazing products from these artisans and brands. And brands use Fancy because it gives them a profitable way to acquire a global user base.
It's top notch, super dope. Get these premium products.
Hi, I'm Josh Abity, COO.
Hey, I'm Rachel Abity, CMO.
I'm Guy Greenstein, CTO, and we're the co-founders of Manna, a mobile app that empowers people to customize their recipe and cooking experiences.
I know what you're thinking, wow, another recipe app. But actually, we created Manna because there's nothing else out there that solves all your pain points in the kitchen. And our unique technology allows users to discover, collect, create, edit, organize, and share recipes. And we're entering the market right now because this app is for people who cook at home. The world is cooking at home because of COVID. From young people trying to learn to feed themselves in quarantine, to me learning to dice an onion, to parents providing for their families.
RAD is going to be the leader in a dynamic sector. If you understand the advertising technology sector, you understand that number one, it's a little bit confusing, but number two is there's some huge companies that are in our sector. Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, Instagram, The Trade Desk. Advertisers use us as a channel to drive traffic, website sales, and awareness for their brand. And the type of advertisers that use our product are the type of advertisers that we all can relate to. Small, medium-sized businesses that can't afford to waste a bunch of money on confusing results.
People with multiple chronic diseases and conditions take a lot of different medications, and it's confusing for them. In Minnesota, the government designates this Medicaid population as Special Needs Basic Care, SNBC. These patients are trying to manage their health issues at home during this pandemic since they are the most vulnerable to falling ill from the deadly COVID-19 virus. Healthy Med has a contract from the state of Minnesota to deploy its telemedicine platform into the recommended home of its 53,000 SNBC patients. Healthy Med has already started contacting social workers in Minnesota to make them aware of this new cost-effective solution that await the SNBCs they manage.
We're building a instant access, on-demand audio service that lives in the cloud, that has potentially trillions of addresses, and every user of SOAR Uplift will be able to have their own keywords to describe their own personal private content, and that will be in the private section of your library. We are hoping that many of these companies will provide thousands or tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of their most important clips that we will be able to index, upload, put on our mobile device, and also put on voice first access so that anyone in the world could subscribe to this. Think of it as satellite XM, but you don't need a satellite dish in your car. And you don't have to pay $20 or $30 a month for this. It might be $10 a month, but we're basically, Sirius Satellite XM is a $32 billion company. They have 35 million subscribers who can listen to about 200 channels. With our new technology and this patent, and with our engineering team that's built this as a functioning product, we could actually have thousands of channels or hundreds of thousands of channels.
We buy a piece of land, we put an amazing high-tech facility on it, and then we lease it out on a triple net lease. Now that means the tenant pays for everything: taxes, insurance, repairs, maintenance, utilities, the whole thing. So what we've done is we've made a guaranteed equation. Now here's the important part. We're offering a 17% fixed product for 3 years. That means that you get a check for 17% of your original investment each and every year for 3 years, with that third and final payment including your original principal. This makes a huge impact on the environment. We recycle the water, it's cleaner air, safer, healthier for the animals and the workers. Farm to table creates 42 jobs per facility, and we create lots of food for the grid. A lot of it's exported as well, bringing money back home to the United States.
I fell in love with a tree. When I was first told about the Empress tree, I sat there in awe.
So trees, like all green things, use carbon and they produce oxygen.
The impact that the Empress tree has on our environment is incredible. The Empress tree can grow 10 to 20 feet in its first year and reaches hardwood maturity in as little as 10. After the first year of harvest, the tree regenerates up to 7 times.
In the last 100 years, we've had a big party on the planet, and we've made a big mess. And it's our job to clean up the mess we made, and we're going to be in a lot of trouble if we don't do what we need to do to clean things up.
We have to not only reduce our carbon emissions, we also have to draw down the carbon that's already in the atmosphere. And that's where WellTree comes in.
The global agriculture industry generates $2.4 trillion annually. If you fly over Middle America, you'll see millions of acres of irrigated crops. Protecting our food supply is critically important.
So it's vital, very vital, that we're able to store soil moisture and have the ability to monitor it, not just in season, but out of season.
So what's the bottom line? The Grow Guru solution provides a 10 to 20% increase in crop yield, while at the same time providing a 10 to 20% decrease in annual input costs. Maximizing crop yield requires that you monitor the root zone of the crop. Grow Guru does just that.
Well, it's called Rent Berry, and this started in some major cities about 6 months ago. It has finally hit our area. And once you're on the website, you search for the city where you want to rent. You'll find a property, and then there's a suggested monthly rent. Now you can bid, though, on what you think you should be paying. Realtor Mike Rivera has been a property manager in this area for 17 years. He says this site can be a good thing, especially in areas where rentals are limited, like South Tampa.
And it's a feast or famine kind of a thing. So it may allow someone to go in there, find a property, and actually bid a little bit more for it in order to get a property like that.
Hey, thanks for listening to this YouTube video. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up, let me know. But also, I've been educating in this industry for a long time, and I wrote the book, Equity Crowdfunding Explained. I also got a great course out there, a free course on equity crowdfunding. You can check out in the link down below. And if you want to learn more about this whole regulation crowdfunding thing, if maybe someday you want to do your own WeFunder Start Engine campaign, or looking to not only raise money, but get traction and awareness and market the heck out of your startup or your company, and you already have a little bit of traction there, and you're like really looking to just turbocharge this thing, reach out to me. You can go to crowdcrux.com, my website, contact me there, let me know what you're up to. Would love to hear from you. But that being said, hope you enjoy the rest of my videos on YouTube.